This is the dramatic moment armed police finally pounce on a notorious Irish fugitive as he prepares to order a meal at a Spanish restaurant. Footage released by the Civil Guard on Tuesday showed undercover police disguised as tourists approached Gerry the Monk Hutch's table as he dined with a female companion in Fuengirola, Spain before handcuffing and leading him away. The arrest happened at a packed restaurant as the 58-year-old Dubliner, who has been on the run for 5 years and who is wanted in connection with the 2016 murder of David Byrne in 2016, looked over a menu in the Costa del Sol resort on Thursday, 12th of August. He is currently in custody in Madrid and is facing extradition to Ireland to be charged with the February 2016 Regency Airport attack where Kinahan cartel associate David Byrne was killed. According to Dublin Live. The notorious criminal is believed to have made up to €40 million from serious criminal activities including armed robberies. Nicknamed the Monk for his clean living, he became involved in serious organized crime but insisted he never sold drugs, according to the Irish Mirror. Hutch, who was wearing black shorts, a green t-shirt and trainers, was then cuffed and led away to the restaurant toilet past shocked bystanders. He was forced to sit on a toilet seat as officers checked his personal belongings before analyzing his driving license against a passport he was carrying. Advertisement. He was then escorted out of the toilet and through the restaurant again before being taken to a waiting police car. The restaurant where Hutch was held has not been named, although the video released by police showed it is near a clothes shop called Loca de Amor. It's understood he used several burner phones, unregistered devices bought under a false name, while he was in the Costa del Sol. Electronic surveillance of phone calls he made to and received from Ireland since he vanished in April formed a key part of the investigation into his location. Even though he used unregistered phones, Gardaí were still able to establish that he had control of the handsets. They analyzed phones linked to associates in Ireland that he was in contact with when he was on the run. A specialist technical Gardaí then established the locations where the phones were being used, and the Guardia Civil then sent specialist hunters from the Madrid-based UCO unit to the area. The technology is so precise that the locations where phones are used can be pinpointed to just a few hundred yards. In 1983, by the time he was 20, he had 30 convictions for offenses including burglary, assault, larceny, car theft, joyriding and malicious damage. He was questioned for his crimes, which he began committing in the 1970s, but wasn't convicted of any until 1983, when he spent 2 years in jail for malicious damage. Gardaí still believe he is the man behind the £1.7 million theft from a Securicor cash and transit van in Marino Mart, North Dublin, in 1987. They are also certain he masterminded the Brinks Allied Depot robbery in Clonshaw. In 1995, £3 million was stolen. Overall, investigators believed he amassed up to €40 million from his criminal activities, but retired from the criminal underworld with cash and a large property portfolio. His brother, 3 nephews and 2 pals were killed at the hands of the Kinahan cartel, after his nephew Gerry Hutch rose in their ranks. Daniel Kinahan refused to return money to Gerry that he had invested in the cartel's drug operations, and it was alleged that a Hutch hitman was hired to kill Kinahan in Spain in 2014. Instead, boxer Jamie Moore was shot, and it was agreed €200,000 would be paid in compensation to the cartel for the error. But in September 2015, Gerry Hutch returned to southern Spain and was gunned down by Kinahan hitman James Quinn. In retaliation, gunmen stormed the Regency Hotel in a bid to kill Daniel Kinahan at a boxing weigh-in on February 5, 2016, but instead his close associate Byrne was gunned down. Just 3 days after the killing, Gerry's brother Eddie, a 58-year-old taximan, was shot, as well as friends Noel King-size Duggan and Noel Kirwan. Gerry's 2 nephews Gareth Hutch and Derek Coakley Hutch were also later killed in a feud which claimed 18 lives. Hutch, who has been top of the Kinahan cartel kill list, has been fleeing across Europe over the past 5 years. A spokesman for the Civil Guard, confirming the arrested man was Gerry Hutch, and admitted he was held after disappearing from his initial boat hole in the Canary Islands in April. The spokesman said, officers moved their focus to people in his close circle on the Costa del Sol, which enabled us to discover he was living there and had a backup network which was providing him with everything he needed to remain hidden. He was finally located improperly in the center of Fuengirola and put under watch until he left the dwelling on April 12 and walked through the crowded streets of the resort to a well-known restaurant where he was held. Police said his hideaway was searched the following day. The Civil Guard said in their statement, the arrested man has been handed over to the judiciary ahead of his appearance at the Audiencia Nacional court in Madrid. He has his initial hearing before an extradition judge on Saturday. If he opposes extradition, another hearing will take place in the coming months.